The Morning Show with Ken Lundberg on WSJM.
Hey, it's the WSJM Morning Show, 8:19. Look at that. Minute ahead of schedule.
Don't worry, we'll ruin it.
It's the WSJM Morning Show. Good morning. I'm Ken Lundberg, and it's Tuesday, January 28th, and we have an opportunity right now to visit with the Director of Sustainability at United Way of Southwest Michigan, Zach East.
Hi, Ken.
Good morning, and welcome back.
Thanks.
Into the studio. Thank you for being here.
I got a new laptop at United Way, and I'm just now realizing it does not like this building at all.
Oh, no. Oh, you don't have the credentials to log in.
I got my own that are usually programmed in here, but, I have to put them in order to get, I had all my pages, it's a whole story.
It's a whole thing.
The technology
doesn't
do what you want it to do at the exact time you want to do it, when you're
I've experienced that. I have experienced that.
Yeah.
You ready to go now?
Oh, no, I'm fine.
Okay.
It's all up here, buddy.
Okay.
It's all up here.
Zach is here from United Way of Southwest Michigan to give us an update on what's happening at the United Way and things that you might involve yourself in. Yeah, tell us what's on your mind today, Zach.
So we've had Morgan from our Volunteer United program. She was in a couple of weeks ago. One of the things to remind folks about as we pretty much get to the end of January, which I can't believe, but for the sake of winter, I hopefully can believe that it'll be over soon, that we've talked about the Margaret B. Upton Volunteer Award along with the Susan L. Delbridge Award for Cass County.
Yes.
We've talked about those as needing nominations. And by the end of this month, we're going to have a few people to start sending out to review among the committee of those past winners, but we want to make sure we have a very robust amount of people to be able to choose from. As folks know, the Margaret B. Upton Award has been around for a really long time, and really we're just looking for people, and again, most volunteers typically don't feel like they want to be recognized for the work that they do. They're just doing it to do it.
Yeah, out of the goodness of their heart.
Right, but we want to make sure that folks know about the work that they're doing, because in most cases, it's inspiration for new volunteers. Mm-hmm. It's inspiration for volunteers that currently exist to keep going forward and to do more. And that's part of the reason that we recognize these folks in our community, because they truly are unsung heroes who, again, usually don't want the accolades. So the reason that we bring this up is, again, the nominations for both a Berrien County winner with the Margaret B. Upton Award and the Susan L. Delbridge Award for Cass County are nearing the end of this month here. That's when the window closes. So you can actually nominate somebody from either of those counties that you know are doing great work in a community. It can be kind of a lifetime achievement award of sorts. But even if you're like 40 and you feel like that person needs to be nominated for their work, go ahead and submit them. Yeah. It's simply at uwsm.org. There's a big banner at the top of the page that says nominate a volunteer. Just click that.
Okay. uwsm.org for either of those awards.
Yep.
And geography, do I need to think about what county they live in?
Well, it would be helpful to try to make sure that somebody who lives and volunteers most of their time in Berrien County gets nominated for the Margaret B. Upton Award, and those who, again, do the same, live in Cass County or volunteer most of their time in Cass County, are getting nominated for the Susan L. Delbridge Award. Now, unfortunately, we don't have an award that directly affects those in Van Buren County since we're a 3-county United Way, but we really would love to be able to name an award after somebody who can help sponsor it the way that those two fine ladies have done in the past. So if you have an idea, get a hold of us about somebody in Van Buren County who can help us put together and sponsor something for Van Buren County.
Yeah.
But it's still worth it to nominate somebody, really, no matter where they live. We just want to make sure that those folks are being recognized. And again, the inspiration is the piece. That's important.
Yeah.
And that spills into the next thing as a reminder is we're going to extend our board and committee nominations for applications at uwsm.org.
Would you set the foundation for that? You put a call out a few weeks ago looking for more people to get involved in not just the direct hands-on, getting your hands dirty volunteering, but some of the thinky work, I like to call it.
Yeah. In fact, this week, the investment team committee is meeting all day long, all week long, with those who have applied for allocation funding from United Way of Southwest Michigan. In this current 3-year term, we fund 49 different organizations throughout the 3-county area, and lots of funded programs that United Way owns, like 211 and Dolly Parton's Imagination Library. But that committee is an example of a committee that you could be a part of that actually helps make financial decisions about where money goes into what programs throughout Southwest Michigan. That the money that stays right here and the decisions that are made right here, you could be part of. So,
what kind of qualifications are you looking for, and what are the positions that you have open?
So we have 4 different committees that we're looking for folks who want to join me for sustainability, which is basically fundraising and really just finding those rocks to unearth for places around Southwest Michigan where we can talk to more people and do some events like we do, like Rock the Boat. That's a great fundraising event. As we mentioned, the impact and investment team is a big team that makes all those funding decisions and keeps those folks accountable. We're also looking for people who are part of a governance committee that's typically a piece of the board, and then also finance, because finance is a big part of of course, if you have an organization that's constantly bringing in money and sending it back out to the community, got to make sure everything, of course, is on the up and up, and we use a lot of volunteer work to make sure that happens.
Yeah. Qualifications?
Really, it's just folks who, I'll kind of tell you a little preview of what's going to be in our MailMax article for this week is you want to start with anybody, including yourself, that you can identify that you have the desire and have the time. And in particular, that desire really needs to be passion. Maybe you don't know if you're passionate about being on a board or on a committee just yet, but it's one of those things where we have a lot of folks who are willing to bring you along and teach you. So if you've never had board experience, you've never been in a committee before, or maybe it's been a really long time, you don't need a background of having worked in governance or municipalities, it would help to be a finance background if you want to be on the finance committee, for example.
Sure.
But you really want to look for those 2 values that we always look for first, which is that time and that really passionate willingness to serve.
Yeah. Do you have an idea, or how can people get an idea of the kind of time commitment that they might have? They might have the passion, but not a lot of time. But if they have enough time, is there something for them?
Yes. So there really truly is something for everybody who's got some level of time to be able to serve. And if you go to the application page, which is at uwsm.org for boards and committees, it will outline a bit of the time commitment for each of those boards and committee structures so that you get an idea of what you can devote. For example, board meetings are every other month. They're not every month, so that in the off month, you're spending that time probably in a committee meeting because generally board members are usually part of a committee as well.
Okay.
So, but again, if you're just an outside a person who's not part of our board, you could actually be on, again, the finance committee, the sustainability committee. We have lots of investment team members, impact team members who are actually not on any part of our board. They're all folks from different areas and different walks of life around the 3-county area, and they work in different places. Some of them are in for-profit businesses, and some of them are in nonprofit businesses. And again, it's really based on that value of the willingness and passion and the time to give.
Okay.
So if you got those 2 things, we want to hear from you.
For more information, just go to uwsm.org. And find that information, put in your application, get involved however you can and want to with United Way of Southwest Michigan.
Yes, and by the way, that extension on the deadline is next Monday, but don't wait because it's not a difficult application, Ken. Even you could fill it out. Yeah.
It must be simple. Okay. All right.
Give yourself some more credit.
Zach East, Director of Sustainability with Southwest Michigan, United Way of Southwest Michigan. Chiefs, Eagles, do you care?
What?
Chiefs, Eagles, football.
Oh, I'm like, I thought you said something seagulls. I'm like, well, I have a certain opinion
I said
about them.
cheap seagulls. No.
Chief seagulls. I like
Chiefs or Eagles?
I like seagulls. Let's go with the seagull.
The Seagulls for the Super Bowl.
No, I'm an Eagles guy, and that's mostly. Yeah, I don't know. It feels a little underdoggy because of how much
it does. How much
City-
Taylor Swift has paid to make sure her boyfriend gets another Super Bowl ring.
I get so irritated, and I don't know why. Every time they're like cutting to a shot of her enjoying her sweet.